Angela Lansbury's and fucking swats her head off, and it shatters against the mantle. Ceramic.
Well, you missed the part where the boy from the town and her are running in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
She climbs the tree.
Yeah,
She climbs the tree and sees the nest with all the eggs and like little baby statues are inside it.
Yeah, when the robin's eggs are hatching with all the little statues inside. Yeah, that whole...
And then the wedding, too. You missed that, too.
The wedding. Oh, yeah, the wedding. I forgot about the... I had that written.
Yeah, because you cut that right towards... You went right to the ending part.
I had that written.
But even before that, with the dream where she's in the woods in the beginning, like, there's a lot of symbolism. If you really want to look into it, I was reading on the movie, and people overthink things, and I do too. And I wanted to watch that movie in that perspective of people thought, like, the fucking bear represented her childhood, and then the fucking certain things represented, like she wanted to have a child, and blah, blah. There's things you could... And after watching the movie, I'm thinking, like, that's possibly what they were going for, maybe, like, showing all this imagery and stuff.
I could see that.
They could, but, like, I just want to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah, people try to analyze things a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, me too. They try to analyze me. It doesn't...
Well, you know, I mean, like, God damn it, I can't think of his name again. What the fuck? Neil Jordan is, he's from Ireland, so I think a lot of it is just, like, playing on Irish folklore and stuff like that. But, yeah, we did skip over the wedding bit. That was pretty cool.
Yep, where the pregnant woman shows up.
The rich guy is getting married, and his mistress shows up and curses everyone, and they all turn into wolves at the wedding. That has a lot of cool imagery and effects in it, and yeah.
And then the townsfolk end up they find the wolf that was chasing Rosalind and the boy earlier.
Rosalie! Or whatever.
And the father brings back Forepaw as a trophy, but when he brings it home, it's a human hand.
Oh, the story about the wedding is after Little Red Riding Hood story, according to my notes.
Yeah, so it's at the end for me, because I was going...
Yeah, I have that. So I was... You fucked me up. I was right. I was on track.
This is all edited
Fuck
out,
me all
by
up.
the way.
No, it's not.
Alright.
It's fine.
Make it easy on me.
Then I think the last story was the one about the little feral, like, she-wolf girl. That's a neat little story, too.
She-wolf?
It reminded... Yeah, about the little girl that's, like, in the village, keeps, like, going to the fountain, and...
Mm-hmm.
The little feral she-wolf girl.
Scott.
Kind of reminded me of one of those scary stories to tell in the dark stories. I think there was one in there about, like, a little feral she-wolf girl. But, yeah, I mean, this movie is just, like, layered with beautiful imagery, whether it's, like, the costumes are great, the sets are great, the effects are great, the acting's pretty much great across the board, everything's, like, visually pleasing.
Yeah, the pacing.
I don't mind the pacing at all. Like, it works as an anthology in a lot of ways. Every little story keeps it going and kind of keeps you from getting bored. Well, it keeps me from getting bored anyway.
I mean, instantly, gothic horror I'm bored with unless there is pacing. If it's all dialogue, why are you guys watching Mike eat pizza?
Because he's like having sex with that plate.
It's a fucking Hot Pocket.
Sex.
Thanks.
He's like having mouth sex with his fucking plate and his food.
Having sex with a hot pocket.
Well, I mean, you're always having sex with a hot pocket.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way, yeah.
A vulva's like a little hot pocket.
Maybe that's why you're lonely, because you look at vaginas like they're hot pockets. Because
I compare women's genitals to
frozen food.
Oh my god.
I'm there with you, buddy.
So you want to just...
So that's it.
You want to give the score? Because we're just kind of derailed.
I give this one, like... I like it a lot. I give it...
I do like it.
A 7.75.
But you said it was your second favorite werewolf movie. That's a big drop off from American Werewolf in London to this.
Well, yeah, I mean, there aren't...
There is. There's
What's
a lot
better in between?
I think our third movie deserves more.
Ginger Snaps is not better than The Company of Wolves.
Then you're giving this a 7.75.
Maybe an 8. Sure, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
How about that? Because I would only give American Werewolf like.
I give it a 9.
Really, I'd give that a 10.
I'd
that
give
one
it a
I would
9.
definitely.
I can't.
It has a couple of little flaws that are, I mean,
I can't give American Werewolf in London a 10.
It's
I haven't
pretty
given it a
much
10
perfect, but it has its
Yeah.
flaws.
Yeah, like I said, it's not enough horror. Is the reason why I can't give it a 10.
So yeah, I'd give it an 8. Just everything about it works. There's nothing that I can complain about. I don't mind the pacing at all. I find it to be very well paced. I love David Warner and Stephen Reyes, so them being in it is like a big perk for me. Yeah.
I will give it a 7.25. I've seen this before.
I'll accept that.
Well, thank you very much.
I was thinking about breaking a bottle over your head. I didn't know what you were going to give it.
Really?
No.
No, I actually liked it. The practical effects were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury needs to just stick with writing murder. And
I thought she was really good in it.
Yeah, I thought she was good too.
I don't think she was
really
bad
well.
in it, but I think if they would have got someone else, it could have been a little bit more raunchier.
She's still alive. I'm kind of interested to talk
she's
to her about
fucking
this.
dead.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was still alive.
I'm thinking 10 years ago she died.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody with a fucking...
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
But she's out of... She's not a horror actress.
You're a horror actress.
I said horror, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I'll be a horror actress.
That's what I said.
Probably the only thing I can do. But I think if they would have got someone else, it could have been a little bit more. I don't know. She's probably too highbrow. I could imagine her on the set being like, "Oh, you're gonna do what? Oh."
No, she's still alive. 91.
Oh, look at that! Randy.
Her career's dead, is what
Randy
I meant.
knows what he's fucking talking about.
Her
as usual.
fucking career is dead. 10 years ago.
When are people?
Don't give him a high five.
When
Get out
are
of
people going to learn that they shouldn't contradict?
Why the
their
fuck is she
arguments,
still alive? Honestly,
I think you're being too critical on fucking werewolf horror.
Shut up, Mike.
That's calling it horror. It's not horror enough.
It's not like fucking Randy has this.
Scary.
Well, he was specifically talking about an American Werewolf in horror, and that it's more like of a comedy and a drama than a horror film,
Yeah,
and like a romantic comedy drama at that.
yeah. It's romance.
It's like a rom-drom-com.
The first of its kind.
Rom-drom-com.
7.2.
Yeah, 7.25.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's.
I accept that.
That's the end of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I accept that.
like I said, I'm hard pressed to find gothic horror that I can have vested interest in.
All the Corman stuff is good. All the not all the Hammer stuff, but most of the Hammer stuff is good.
Howling is good.
But
Baba's gothic horror stuff. You don't like Baba's gothic horror?
No, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
gothic horror.
Yeah,
The Universal stuff. That's all gothic horror. All the Universal stuff.
All right, well then, shitty gothic horror. I'd be the last movie.
Maybe
that
you're
we
just
did.
particular and picky about your.
See, I wouldn't even
gothic
consider
horror.
this one gothic horror. I'd consider this more fairy tale
No,
Well,
horror.
there is- I
it
mean,
has
there's-
gothic elements.
Yeah,
but
there's powdered wig dudes.
it's a dark fairy tale, and
Like
a horror fantasy.
Yeah, there's the fucking people having to use fucking lights on fire for light and shit. There's fucking powdered wigs. There's whatever. Anyways, I couldn't get into the Guillermo del Toro's fucking
Crimson Peak.
Oh, I loved that movie.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I didn't. I got
I'm about to rewatch
I
it
got
probably in a week or two.
45 minutes into it, and maybe I will like it. I don't know.
But you didn't even finish it?
Nope. I started.
Wow.
I fell asleep. I mean, it's not like I turned it off.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed it a lot.
So it's
Gothic
good?
Ghost story.
Fuck you.
Oh, the fucking ghost in the beginning was awesome.
Yeah, and the ghosts towards the end are great too. And that.
Okay. All right, Scott. Sorry that I'm.
Oh, that's all right. But yeah, I would give this 7 point. I'd probably go with what Randy originally gave it, a 7.75. I enjoyed it. I definitely wouldn't put it as my second favorite werewolf film.
Well, then what is your second favorite werewolf film?
Probably the next one.
Oh, Ginger Snaps?
Yeah, I'll say my first would be American Werewolf.
What's your second favorite werewolf film? If you say The Howling, I will shit on your grave.
You say The Howling?
Yeah.
Werewolves. He doesn't like werewolves.
I don't know. It's not this one. I just know it's not this one. This would be my top 10. There isn't really...
Well, I mean, name more than 10 werewolf films.
Yeah, exactly.
I could, but...
I mean, I could name 10 werewolf films, but as far as ones that I like...
Right.
But yeah, I really liked a lot of the fairy tale style of this. I was, like I said earlier before we were recording, a bit confused, but that may have just been the mood I was in, or I just wasn't able to, like, catch when it was,
you
like...
need to fucking get in the mood.
I love dark fantasy stuff, and this predates most of it. It predates Labyrinth. I think it predates Dark Crystal. I think
it did have a Labyrinth feel to it. I think it
predates all of the fantasy Gilliam stuff. I think it predates all of the fantasy. Well, I know it predates all of the all of the fantasy Juno and Caro stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen their stuff, like The City of Lost Children?
Yes.
Delicatessen.
Yeah, Delicatessen's fucking weird.
Their movies are just weird.
Okay.
They did Alien Resurrection too.
I didn't know what their names were, but yeah.
Caro and Juno.
Yeah, I enjoyed this for what it was. First time watch for me. And, I definitely like the whole fairy tale thing. And pretty much any kind of werewolf movie that has, like, a Red Riding Hood theme to it, I kind of enjoy, because I've always been a sucker for the Red Riding Hood.
There's a really, really shitty Red Riding Hood movie with, what's her name, from Jennifer's Body.
That Diablo Cody?
No,
what are you saying?
The one that was in the...
Jennifer's...
What about Jennifer's Body?
The blonde-haired girl?
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, she was in a Red Riding Hood movie. And it was fucking god-awful,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that was like one of those like Twilight-style
But I think
movies.
the saving grace of this movie is the performances and the practical effects.
There's nothing... everything about it's good. The music's good, the effects are good, the score...
I said saving grace.
Saving grace. Well, that implies
Without that, this movie is shit.
No.
If the practical effects were shitty and the performances were shitty, this isn't a good movie.
Well, the performances definitely make it.
Movie.
Huh?
Then it turns into a full moon movie.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because the performance definitely like holds this movie together.
Or like a Roger Corman fucking...
Yeah.
One of the 90s Corman
I love
movies.
Full Moon, but yeah, you're completely right. That'd be fucking... It'd be in their... Charles Band had something to do with this.
Yeah, so, Richard Band would have done the score.
Yeah, so on to our next film, right?
Yep.
On to our next film.
She could have killed you, Bridget.
She needs me. Get home. Cure her. Cure me.
And what?
Run.
You know you're kidding yourself.
This next movie is Ginger Snaps 2000. The director is the director from Star Wars and Titanic and
Goodfellas.
How I Met Your Mother. He did a couple.
Yeah,
of
he did
those.
like that whole show. I think he conceptualized it
Non-stop.
Yeah,
it's a money grab for that guy. I honestly, we don't really.
And it's Joe Piscopo's twin brother.
John Piscopo.
Obviously, we're very knowledgeable about this.
Yeah, we should have totally looked into this, but it's...
I don't know. Honestly, the movie's not directed well.
It's cliched.
It's full of cliches.
But it's at the tail end of the 90s into the 2000s.
Tail end.
Is that a pun type of thing?
Yeah, it's like Ginger's tail. It's like her tail. I think it would be really hot to bang a girl with a tail.
Scott's not even like...
He's fucking space phoning.
I looked at you for, support.
Oh.
Like how stupid that was. And
well, I was looking up the director.